A glossy trading brand does not equal investor protection. CrystalFX.net presents itself as an online broker offering trading services and investment opportunities in global financial markets. The website promotes access to Forex, CFDs, and other speculative instruments, highlighting potential profit, advanced tools, and client support. At first glance, the platform attempts to resemble a professional brokerage service. However, once the marketing layer is removed and only verifiable facts are considered, the risk profile becomes significantly clearer. The project operates under the domain crystalfx.net and appears to function as a broker, most likely focused on CFD and leverage trading. Regulation status is not confirmed. There is no clearly displayed independently verifiable license number tied to a recognized financial authority. In the financial sector, proper licensing is the primary safeguard for investors. Without regulatory oversight, there is no enforceable standard for capital adequacy, fund segregation, execution transparency, or dispute resolution. Verification must rely strictly on official regulatory sources. Searches conducted in the Financial Conduct Authority Register at register.fca.org.uk, the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission database at cysec.gov.cy, the Australian Securities and Investments Commission at connectonline.asic.gov.au, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission at sec.gov, and FINRA BrokerCheck at brokercheck.finra.org do not confirm a licensed entity clearly connected to crystalfx.net. Verification through official registers does not confirm the presence of a license. This strongly suggests that crystalfx.net operates as an unlicensed broker. An unlicensed broker does not provide statutory investor protections or access to compensation schemes. The services promoted by crystalfx.net appear to include CFD trading and leveraged speculation. Contracts for difference are complex, high-risk instruments. They allow traders to speculate on price movements without owning the underlying asset. Leverage multiplies both gains and losses. In regulated jurisdictions, leverage is capped to protect retail clients from rapid capital erosion. When an unlicensed broker offers leveraged trading without enforceable restrictions, the probability of substantial losses increases significantly. Additionally, many CFD brokers act as counterparties to client trades, creating an inherent conflict of interest. Without regulatory supervision, there is no independent body ensuring fair execution practices. Minimum deposit levels and account types, if presented attractively, can create the illusion of accessibility. However, low entry thresholds combined with aggressive leverage are common characteristics of high-risk platforms. There is no publicly verified evidence that client funds are held in segregated bank accounts. There is also no independently confirmed participation in any investor compensation scheme. In the absence of these safeguards, users carry full operational and counterparty risk. Withdrawal issues are a common complaint in structures where regulatory oversight is missing. From a technical perspective, domain analysis often reveals additional context. Domains that are relatively young, combined with privacy-protected ownership and limited corporate history, frequently appear in investment scam patterns. While privacy services are not inherently unlawful, financial intermediaries entrusted with client funds are expected to operate transparently. If the operator behind crystalfx.net cannot be clearly and independently identified, this increases the risk level. Legal transparency appears limited. A legitimate broker typically discloses a full legal entity name, registration number, physical address, governing jurisdiction, and detailed client agreements. Clear information about how client funds are stored and protected is standard practice. If such disclosures are vague, generic, or not independently verifiable, this constitutes a serious red flag. Investors should not rely solely on statements published on the platform itself. Several warning indicators commonly associated with serial fraud structures are visible: absence of confirmed licensing, absence of a recognized regulator, lack of corporate transparency, absence of verified investor protection mechanisms, elevated risk of capital loss, and potential withdrawal issues. Individually, these elements are concerning. Combined, they create a high-risk environment. How can investors avoid similar investment scams? First, always verify a broker's license directly through official regulatory databases such as the FCA, SISEC, ASIC, SEC, or FINRA. Never rely on logos or certificates displayed on a website without confirming them in the regulator's register. Second, understand the risks of CFD trading and leverage. High leverage increases the speed at which losses accumulate. Third, confirm that the broker clearly discloses its legal entity, registration details, and supervisory authority. Fourth, be cautious of platforms that promise fast profits or use pressure tactics. Legitimate brokers do not guarantee returns. Finally, evaluate transparency. Generic branding, vague documentation, and missing regulatory confirmation are strong warning signs. In conclusion, crystalfx.net cannot be considered a verified or legally regulated broker based on publicly available evidence. The absence of confirmed licensing, combined with high-risk trading features and limited transparency, creates a serious risk for investors. Our experts recommend refraining from any financial interaction with this project. In financial markets, protection comes from regulation, not from marketing. Without regulation, the risk is entirely yours.